Hey there, trivia lovers. Welcome back to Trivia Buzz, powered by Teacher Hive. I'm Katrina, and I'm excited to bring you episode 9. If you're new here, welcome. Here's how we'll play. I'll ask you a trivia question. You get 10 seconds to think about your answer, and then I'll share the correct answer along with an interesting bonus fact. Today's episode is all about the Bible. Whether you're religious, a history buff, or just culturally curious, the Bible is one of the most influential books in human history. It's shaped art, literature, law, and culture for thousands of years. We're diving into 20 questions about biblical stories, characters, events, and interesting facts you may not know. From the Old Testament to the New Testament, from famous verses to surprising details, this episode explores the Bible as both a religious text and a cultural phenomenon. So whether you grew up reading scripture or you're just interested in learning more about this ancient text, let's see how much you know about the Bible. Ready to feel the buzz? Let's go. Question number 1. What is the shortest verse in the Bible? The answer, Jesus wept, John 11:35. This 2-word verse is the shortest verse in the Bible. It describes Jesus crying at the death of his friend Lazarus, who he would soon raise from the dead. It's a powerful reminder of Jesus' humanity and compassion. Question number 2. Who built the ark to survive the Great Flood? The answer? Noah. According to Genesis, Noah built a massive ark to save his family and 2 of every animal species from a worldwide flood. The ark was approximately 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high, roughly the size of a modern cargo ship. Question number 3. What did God create on the first day? The answer? Light. In Genesis 1:3, God's first creative act was saying, "Let there be light." Interestingly, the sun, moon, and stars weren't created until the 4th day, leading to the theological discussion about the nature of this initial light. Question number 4. Who was swallowed by a great fish or a whale? The answer? Jonah. The prophet Jonah was swallowed by a large fish after trying to flee from God's command to preach to the city of Nineveh. He spent 3 days and nights inside the fish before being vomited onto the dry land. Jesus later referenced the story as a sign of his own death and resurrection. Question number 5. How many disciples did Jesus have? The answer? 12. Jesus chose 12 disciples, also called apostles: Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, Thaddeus, Simon, and Judas. Question number 6. What fruit did Adam and Eve eat in the Garden of Eden? The answer? The Bible doesn't specify. It just called it fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Is that a surprise? The Bible never actually says it was an apple. That's a common misconception popularized by art and tradition. The Genesis account simply calls it fruit. The apple association may have come from Latin, where malus means both evil and apple. Question number 7. Who was the first king of Israel? The answer? Saul. Saul was anointed by the prophet Samuel as Israel's first king around 1050 BCE. Before this, Israel was led by judges. Saul's reign started well but ended tragically due to his disobedience to God. He was succeeded by King David. Question number 8. What city were Jesus' parents traveling to when he was born? The answer, Bethlehem. Mary and Joseph traveled from Nazareth to Bethlehem for a Roman census. Because there was no room at the inn, Jesus was born in a stable and laid in a manger. This fulfilled the prophecy that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. Question number 9. How many plagues did God send to Egypt? The answer, 10 plagues. The 10 plagues were water to blood, frogs, lice, flies, livestock disease, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and death of the firstborn. These plagues convinced Pharaoh to release the Israelites from slavery, though he changed his mind shortly thereafter. Question number 10. Who betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver? The answer, Judas Iscariot. Judas, one of the 12 disciples, betrayed Jesus to the religious authorities for 30 silver coins. He identified Jesus with a kiss in the Garden of Gethsemane. Overcome with guilt, Judas later returned the money and took his own life. Question number 11. How many days and nights did Jesus fast in the wilderness? The answer, 40 days and 40 nights. After his baptism, Jesus fasted in the wilderness for 40 days and nights, during which he was tempted by Satan. The number 40 appears frequently in the Bible. Noah's flood lasted 40 days. Moses was on Mount Sinai for 40 days, and the Israelites wandered for 40 years. Question number 12. Who was the oldest person recorded in the Bible? The answer, Methuselah, 969 years old. Methuselah, Noah's grandfather, lived to be 969 years old according to Genesis. He holds the record for the longest lifespan mentioned in the Bible. The phrase, old as Methuselah, comes from this biblical account. Question number 13. What did David use to defeat Goliath? The answer, a sling and a stone. Young David, armed with a sling and 5 smooth stones, defeated the giant Philistine warrior Goliath with a single stone to the forehead. This underdog victory is one of the most famous stories in the Bible and has become a metaphor for overcoming impossible odds. Question number 14. What are the first 3 words of the Bible? The answer, in the beginning. The Bible begins with, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. These opening words of Genesis set the stage for the entire biblical narrative. Interestingly, the Gospel of John also begins with, in the beginning, connecting Jesus to the creation. Question number 15. How many days did God take to create the world? The answer, 6 days. According to Genesis 1, God created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th day, establishing the pattern for the 7-day week and the Sabbath day of rest. This creation account has been interpreted literally by some and figuratively by others. Question number 16. What did Jesus turn water into at a wedding? The answer? Wine. At a wedding, Jesus performed his first miracle by turning water into wine when the host ran out. This miracle is recorded in John 2 and demonstrated Jesus' divine power. He turned approximately 100 to 180 gallons of water into wine. Question number 17. What special gift did Solomon ask God for? The answer? Wisdom. When God offered King Solomon anything he wanted, Solomon asked for wisdom to govern well. God was pleased with this request and granted him not only unmatched wisdom, but also wealth and honor. Solomon became famous for his wise judgments and writings. Question number 18. What was the name of the garden where Jesus prayed before his arrest? The answer? The Garden of Gethsemane. Gethsemane, located at the foot of the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, is where Jesus prayed in anguish the night before his crucifixion. The name means oil press in Hebrew, as it was an olive grove. Ancient olive trees there may date back to Jesus' time. Question number 19. Who denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? The answer? Peter. Despite promising to never abandon Jesus, Peter denied knowing him 3 times on the night of Jesus' arrest, just as Jesus had predicted. After the 3rd denial, a rooster crowed, and Peter wept bitterly. Jesus later forgave him and restored Peter after the resurrection. Question 20. What are the first 4 books of the New Testament called? The answer? The Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These 4 books tell the story of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection from different perspectives. Matthew, Mark, and Luke are called the Synoptic Gospels because they share similar accounts. John's Gospel is distinct in style and content, focusing more on Jesus' divine nature. And that's a wrap on episode 9 of Trivia Buzz, the Bible edition. How'd you do? Did you learn something new about this ancient and influential text? From Noah's Ark to Jesus' miracles, the Bible contains stories, wisdom, and teachings that have shaped billions of lives and influenced Western civilization for thousands of years. Whether you approach it as a sacred scripture, historical document, or cultural cornerstone, it's undeniably one of the most important books ever written. If you enjoyed exploring biblical trivia today, hit that subscribe button so you never miss our weekly episodes. We release new trivia challenges every week covering everything from science to sports, from pop culture to history. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube and drop a comment. Which biblical story is your favorite? Let us know. And if you know someone who would enjoy Bible trivia, share this episode with them. Alright, trivia lovers, until next time, keep that brain buzzing and keep exploring. This has been Trivia Buzz, powered by Teacher Hive. I'm Katrina. Thanks for playing along, and I'll catch you next week for another trivia challenge.